Have you ever wondered who would win in a bug brawl? Buckle up, because today we're throwing ants and bees into the ultimate insect gladiator arena. We're about to uncover the secret arsenals, surprising superpowers, and shocking weaknesses of these two tiny titans. Will the ants crush the competition with their massive armies, or will the bees sting their way to the top? In this epic throwdown, the only thing smaller than the warriors is the room for error. So get ready for a battle where every bite and every buzz counts. Number 1. Social stature. Imagine a bustling city, but instead of people, it's filled with ants or bees. These insects are super social and live together in huge colonies, all working like a team to keep their tiny world running. The queen bee or ant functions as the supermom, laying eggs to keep the colony growing. The workers bee or ant, mostly female, are busy bees or ants, taking care of the young, gathering food, building the nest, and cleaning up. Male bees, called drones, only have one job: mating with the queen. Everyone has their role, and they communicate using special scents to tell each other what needs to be done. By working together, these colonies can be super successful. Number 2. Population power. Ants win the numbers game by a landslide, with estimates suggesting there are around 20 quadrillion ants on Earth. The exact number of ant species is difficult to pin down, with estimates suggesting around 10,000 described species, likely an undercount, and possibly many more yet to be discovered, particularly in tropical regions. Scientists believe the total number could be closer to 30,000, an astonishing figure that surpasses the combined number of all wild birds and mammals by more than 20 times. Conversely, bees, while crucial for pollination, have a much smaller population, with over 20,000 known species, but their total population remains imprecisely known. Number 3. Natural habitat and diet. Champions of adaptability, ants live in a variety of places. Most make their homes in soil, leaf litter, or under decaying plants. Some, like carpenter ants, carve out homes in wood. Omnivores with a sweet tooth, ants eat a mix of things. They collect seeds, leaves, and even small insects. Many enjoy nectar, and some species farm aphids for their sugary honeydew secretions. Honeybees are the social superstars, building intricate hives in hollow trees or cavities. Other bee species are solitary, making nests in the ground or even in abandoned snail shells. Bees are primarily nectar feeders, using their long tongues to sip sugary goodness from flowers. This nectar is turned into honey for the hive, but bees also consume pollen as a source of protein and fat. Number 4. Defense strategies. Ants and bees, though tiny, have some impressive defenses. Both rely on their massive colony size. With so many workers, they can overwhelm attackers or quickly plug any gaps in their defenses. This classic defense is for more than just a fence. Bees use their stingers to deter predators, but unlike some ants, usually die after stinging. Many ants release formic acid, a painful irritant, to deter attackers. Some bees can also use pheromones to alert the hive to danger. Ants build complex underground nests with multiple entrances for escape and defense. Bees use sticky substances like propolis to seal their hives. Honeybees use their wings to create a loud buzzing sound and kick with their legs to scare off smaller invaders. These strategies help ants and bees protect their precious queens, young, and food stores from a variety of threats. Number 5. Architectural accomplishments. Both ants and bees are impressive insect architects, building complex structures with unique features. They create vast underground cities with chambers for different purposes. These feats include tunnels are dug strategically for ventilation and temperature regulation. Dedicated chambers dispose of waste to keep the nest clean. Some ant species cultivate fungus gardens as a food source, requiring specialized chambers. Their claim to fame is the honeycomb, a marvel of geometric efficiency. The hexagonal cell shape maximizes storage space while using minimal material. The double-walled structure provides insulation and structural strength. Bees create air circulation patterns within the hive for natural ventilation. These tiny creatures, without any blueprints or tools, construct remarkable dwellings that ensure the survival and thriving of their colonies. Number 6. Chemical communication. Ants and bees rely heavily on chemical communication, using special chemicals called pheromones to talk to each other, which act like signals, affecting the behavior of other ants or bees who pick up the scent. Pheromones, chemical messengers produced by glands that trigger specific responses in other insects of the same species, come in various types for different tasks, such as attracting mates, raising the alarm, marking trails, or identifying nest mates. As ants and bees move, they leave pheromones on the ground or in the air, which others detect with their antennae and adjust their behavior accordingly. This chemical language allows them to coordinate complex tasks and maintain a well-functioning colony. Number 7. Specialized soldiers. Ants are well known for having specialized soldier castes. These ants are physically different from other workers, with bigger heads or stronger mandibles for fighting. They defend the colony from invaders like other ants or termites. On the other hand, bees were long thought not to have dedicated soldiers. But recently, a bee species called Yurtai was discovered to have a soldier caste. Yurtai guards have larger hind legs for grappling with enemies, even though their heads are smaller than foragers. This is the first known case of physical soldier specialization in bees. Number 8. Food for the future. The food security of these tiny titans isn't at the forefront of most minds, but ensuring their continued success is crucial for our ecosystem. Here's a glimpse into their future buffets. For bees, a focus on biodiversity will be the key. By planting a wider variety of native flowering plants, we can offer a more diverse range of nectar, rich in essential nutrients. Additionally, research into pest and disease resistance in bee-friendly plants could ensure a consistent food supply. For ants, these scavengers might benefit from a reduction in pesticide use. Pesticides not only harm target insects, but can disrupt the delicate food chain that ants rely on. Additionally, exploring the potential of using food scraps or organic waste as a sustainable source for ant colonies could be an interesting avenue. Remember, a healthy future for us is intertwined with a healthy future for these vital insects. Number 9. Lifespan layers. Ants and bees don't quite have lifespans in layers like an onion. However, they do have distinct stages in their development that affect their lifespan. Starting as eggs and then hatching into larvae, which focuses on growth and doesn't contribute much to overall lifespan. Entering a pupal stage where metamorphosis occurs for bees, or having individual pupae or a shared cocoon-like pupae stage for ants, neither of which directly contribute to adult lifespan. Worker ants, which are sterile females, typically live 4 weeks or months, while queens, the fertile females, can live 4 years. Similarly, worker bees also have shorter lifespans, lasting only weeks or months, compared to the queen bee, who can live for several years. Therefore, there's a clear distinction between the developmental stages and the adult lifespan, which varies depending on the individual's caste. Number 10. Winter woes. Ants, faced with cold temperatures, seek refuge deeper underground, under rocks, or even inside buildings, leading to unwanted house guests. Their slow metabolism is further affected by the chill, causing them to rely on fat reserves built up in warmer months and become less active to conserve energy. On the other hand, bees confront food shortages as flowers lie dormant, making finding nectar, their main food source, difficult. They rely on honey stockpiles, saved during summer. Temperature control becomes paramount for them, especially in keeping the hive warm enough for the brood baby bees. Bees huddle together and shiver to generate heat, consuming more honey in the process. Number 11. Masters of mimicry. Ants and bees may be busybodies, but some are also masters of disguise. Mimicry allows them to imitate other insects, often to gain an advantage. Here's the buzz. Bee deception. Some flies and hoverflies look just like bees, complete with yellow and black stripes. Predators avoid them, thinking they pack a painful sting. Antagony. certain beetles and crickets can mimic the look and smell of ants. This lets them sneak into ant colonies and steal food, or even become unwelcome guests. It's a game of survival, and these insect imposters are playing to win. Number 12. Pollination Powerhouse. A pollination powerhouse reveals the indispensable roles of bees and ants to seemingly disparate creatures in the intricate process of pollination. Bees, recognized for their fuzzy bodies and affinity for nectar, serve as prominent pollinators by transferring pollen from one flower to another as they flit about. Meanwhile, ants do not directly transport pollen. Their actions, such as disturbing flowers and protecting plants from pests, contribute significantly to the pollination process. Together, these insects forge a symbiotic relationship vital for the sustained vitality and productivity of plant life, underscoring their crucial roles within the pollination powerhouse that sustains our ecosystems. Number 13. Symbiotic superstars. Though not directly symbiotic, ants and bees are both social insects that thrive in complex societies built on cooperation, with ants being masters of organization, demonstrating incredible strength for their size and complex communication through pheromones as they build vast colonies with specialized castes. And bees serving as essential pollinators, ensuring the reproduction of many plants through flower-to-flower travel while producing honey, a delicious and nutritious food source for humans. And both species' success lies in their social structures, making them vital players in healthy ecosystems. Number 14. Super senses. While we rely on our 5 senses to navigate the world, ants and bees boast some truly amazing sensory abilities. Their antennae are covered in receptors that detect chemicals in the air, helping them find food, identify nestmates, and even sense danger, giving them a remarkable sense of smell. They utilize pheromones, special chemicals, to communicate and guide others to food sources or alert the hive about danger or new food sources. Ants can detect ultraviolet light, which aids in navigation, and bees can see a wider range of colors, including ultraviolet and some infrared wavelengths, enabling them to see patterns on flowers invisible to us. These super senses allow ants and bees to thrive in their complex social societies and navigate their environment in ways we can only imagine. Finally, number 15. Beyond the battle. While ants and bees may occasionally clash over resources, a more interesting story lies in their potential cooperation, such as ants acting as protectors, guarding beehives from predators like wasps or beetles. Bees serving as pollinators for ant-tended plants, as ants sometimes raise aphids that produce sugary honeydew, and bees visiting these ant farms could pollinate nearby plants the ants protect. And the mutual communication between the two species, where perhaps bees could signal a coming nectar bonanza, and ants could help clear a path. This unlikely alliance could benefit both insects, showcasing a more complex relationship than just conflict. Alright friends, the verdict is in on the ant versus bee showdown. But before you hit that subscribe button, let us know in the comments below, who do you think reigns supreme? And for more awesome animal battles, don't forget to smash that notification bell so you never miss an episode.